Hello there and welcome to my disappointing products video. These are just a bunch of products that I've just thrown into my disappointing products bin, and I've said I will be ranting about you very soon. Just hang out in there for now and then you will get your time on camera to be ranted about. I'm going to begin with the L'Oreal sponge. I definitely don't hate this, but I definitely don't love it. I've tried it again and again and again. I've wanted to love it, but I just don't. I feel like it's quite hollow. And you know, like with the Beauty Blender or the Real Technique sponge, they both have like a really satisfyingly kind of squeezy, almost therapeutic stress ball kind of feel. This one, it doesn't have that. It just feels quite, I don't know, like wrong to be bouncing this on your face. I know a lot of people do like this, so if you do like it then that's great, but I just don't like it. I'm definitely on team Real Techniques. I think Real Techniques Miracle Sponge is actually my sponge of choice. I mean, really. Okay, so the next product is by Urban Decay. This is the 24/7 Glide On eyeliner, and this is in the shade Heartless. It's a beautiful metallic pink shade, and it does look really stunning and ethereal, and it, you know, opens up your eyes, you know, when you apply it. The problem is it doesn't hang around for barely longer than about 10 minutes. It just has no staying power whatsoever, which is a real shame because it does actually look really pretty, but I just don't reach for it. And yeah, it was like a really big disappointment to me because unless you just want to like keep applying it like all day, it's just not gonna work. It's kind of like a friend that comes round, but before you've even got into like the gossip, they're gone. They said, Amwin, I've got better things to do right now, I've gone. And it's like, okay, that's fine. I mean, really. Okay, so next we have the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. If you watch my review that I did recently, you'll know that I just didn't like this. I know loads of people do love it, including like huge beauty YouTubers. My skin, it looked really nice to begin with, but then very quickly it descended into like a cakey powdery mess. I wondered if it was because maybe I applied too much, maybe I was just too, you know, too much of a free spirit just applying it on. But no, even when I applied less of it, it still had a really like powdery look to it. It's almost like I don't know why, I'm convinced this is like a liquid to powder foundation, and other people are saying that it's like dewy, and I'm like, no, on my skin it was like matte. Isn't it crazy how, you know, different foundations just react differently to all of our different skins? I always just think it's just crazy. I mean, even foundations that I used to love, I now hate, and foundations that I used to hate, like I love them now. So you just don't know. Foundations are just such a personal thing. I have oily skin. This just like patched up. It just had no kind of lasting power on my skin at all. You'll notice quite a few of these products just don't have any lasting power on my skin. And I'm just wondering, is it something that I did maybe? My skin is just not a nice environment for the makeup to be on, potentially. I don't know. Okay, so next we've got a mascara. This is by Maybelline. It's the Big Shot Colossal. This is the one that Manny MUA was like promoting the arse out of. I mean, really, he was. Right, I actually like this as a mascara. I like the effect it gave, even though I didn't really think it was anything kind of spectacular. I mean, let's just say it's no Lash Princess, but then, I mean, what is? I think for the price, it's actually a good mascara. The reason why I don't like this, though, is the shoddy packaging. Look. Where's my wand? Where is it? Where's the wand? Is it shy? Is it hiding? Oh, no, it's just decided to completely detach from the lid, rendering it kind of obsolete, because I do not want to have to be going in like this and like applying it like that. I mean, I'm sure that's not what they had in mind with the packaging, but believe me, I've tried to battle on a few times and apply it, but I just end up with mascara like now all over my fingers. I've bought products from AliExpress and eBay that have been like, you know, 90p for mascara. Their packaging doesn't fall apart in front of my very eyes. Okay, so next I have a brush. This is from Freedom Makeup, and look, I don't think I need to even tell you what is wrong with this. I've used this once. She's used it once. Believe me, I wasn't putting it through any kind of, you know, brush assault course. This just happened of its own accord. I mean, look at that. Look at that. I mean, everyone moans about Morphe brushes. I mean, look at this. And I feel kind of bad slating it because it was super cheap. But again, to use the AliExpress example, I've bought the majority of my makeup brushes from AliExpress for, you know, under £5. They're super cheap. Like, I've got 12 for under £5 and they don't fall apart. They're brilliant quality. I've used them like again and again and again and they're still going strong. And then you've got Mr. Freedom over here and he's just falling apart. The actual brush itself is flimsy. It's not very soft. All of this, so I do recommend the eye brushes, you know, like the smaller detail kind of brushes from Freedom Makeup. I have two. I think the contour brush and the blending brush, they are actually two of the makeup brushes that I use on a daily basis because they are so good. It's just this one, which it doesn't actually say what it is. I think it was like, I don't know, flat top kabuki, because it kind of looks like a flat top kabuki. It's got a flat top and then it's, I don't know what kabuki is. What is a kabuki? Who knows? Should we see if Siri knows what a kabuki is? What is kabuki, Siri?
Okay, check it out.
Oh, it's a classical Japanese dance drama. Kabuki is therefore sometimes translated as the art of singing and dancing. Okay, I mean, you learn something new every day, I suppose. Kabuki aside, this just was not very good. And, you know, I feel kind of bad because it's super cheap. But then again, I don't, because all of my other stuff's super cheap and that's not falling apart. Apart from the mascara, of course. Okay, next we have an eyebrow product. This is the Make Me a Brow by Essence. And this is a powder pen. I like to refer to this as a browder pen. I think they really missed an opportunity there to call this the browder pen. This was a really crap product. The idea is that you unscrew it. Obviously, I mean, really, as if no one knew that. I mean, that was a pointless extra detail I probably didn't need to say. But it's got this like sponge tip applicator here at the top. And this kind of has the product on it. And you're just meant to like brush this through your eyebrows. And it's meant to do something good for your eyebrows and make them look better than before. No, right. The first reason why I don't like this is because it's like a sponge. It just dispenses like the majority of the product in one spot, and it's not very easy, you know, to kind of blend out. There's no spoolie with this, you know. He's on a solo mission, this sponge, to try and make your eyebrows look flaky, and he's failing badly. The reason why I don't like this is because I think the product is actually held in the cap so that, you know, when you kind of screw it in, it kind of picks up the product and then it's kind of, you know, rejuvenated. I found that when I used this, I like kept having to go back in, get the product replenished, back out again, back on the brows. It was a trial and tribulation and it just was not worth it. Like, if the effect on my eyebrows was like fabulous, I wouldn't have had a problem with going back in. I mean, it would have annoyed me. I wouldn't have been happy about it, but I would have done it. You know, I would have gone through the motions. I would have humoured it. But the actual effect on my eyebrows was awful. It's a super cheap product, but it's super bad at the same time. So I say no. Okay, so next I've got two primers, and I'm sure that I've probably ranted about these before. And I know right now that loads of people love these primers, so please don't be offended that I don't like them. I'm a different human being to you, and it would be so boring if we, you know, liked everything the same. I know I don't need to say that. I know that my subscribers are very intelligent people and you understand, you know, the idea of, you know, individual taste. But, you know, I know that there are some people that are going to comment saying, oh my gosh, I love that. That's my favourite. I'm so offended. And I'll be like, I don't care. I mean, really, I'm sorry, but I don't care because everyone's different. So this is the POREFESSIONAL by Benefit. Just found that this did absolutely nothing for me. I just didn't like it. Again, we've got the Smashbox Photo Finish Pore Minimising Primer. Believe me, I could really do with some serious amount of pore minimising. This just did not cut the mustard. Neither did this. Couldn't actually see or feel or understand what their purpose in life is, because I know that everybody loves these, right? But for me, they were irrelevant. They made no difference whatsoever to my face, to my makeup, to my life, just to my whole existence. they did nothing. And I don't understand what they do. And I'm beginning to think that the whole idea of primer is like this whole, you know, just capitalism at its worst, trying to make us think we need a primer. But what is a primer actually doing? And I know it's a base for your makeup, I get it, but really, I mean, is this not a conspiracy, like the primer conspiracy? I don't know, probably not, probably just me. I know you're just sat there with your primer in a loving, committed relationship saying, oh my gosh, I couldn't live without my primer. Amwyn just doesn't get it. She doesn't get it because she's not found the one yet. The one with the primer, the one primer. The primer that I would marry. I mean, really. Okay, so next, again, we have a very popular, well-loved product that I'm about to rip apart. This is the What's Up Cream Highlight by Benefit. Right, I paid more than I would like to have paid for this, and I expected a lot. I've ranted about this before. It's probably featured in a previous disappointing products video. Right, believe me, again, like with the L'Oreal sponge, I keep giving this a chance, like a bad boyfriend that you keep forgiving and saying, do you know what, maybe they've changed. No, I should have trusted my first thoughts on this. I find that, right, the only way that I can actually get this to look good on my skin is if I wear it on a no makeup day, on bare skin. Hello? Oh, hello, what's wrong, bud? Andre, don't be sad about the highlighter. It's not that bad. I don't want you to be sad about it. Hey, don't be too sad. It's okay. Mummy has got other highlighters that she can use. Hey?
Come on, mister. You got my back.
Go on. Andre's mummy's coming down in 1 minute, okay?
Come on.
1 minute, gorgeous.
She wants a sponge.
It's very warm outside today and I think he's just a bit tired. This just does not work on top of foundation. It takes on like a mottly kind of effect. And I actually even tested it out on Andreas yesterday. He obviously had no foundation on. He's not really into foundation because he's a toddler. I mean, really. Again, on his like beautiful, perfect toddler skin, it looked mottled and it didn't look right. And I don't know if maybe I just got a bad one, isn't that? That's what they always say. Everyone always says, oh, well, maybe I just got a dud. No, I don't think I got a dud. I don't think Benefit send out duds. They've got their quality control, you know, down. If it was an AliExpress product, I'd be like, okay, well, it's just, I don't know, it's just not good. But I expect more from Benefit. And for me, like, I've seen loads of people use this on YouTube and it looks beautiful. But for me, just, maybe it is a dud. I don't know. Maybe it is a dud because I've seen it look beautiful on other people. But on me, I just didn't like it. I did not like it. Okay, so next we've got a BB cream. This is by Herborian. I picked this up from Selfridges and I just got like a travel size because it's quite expensive. So I didn't want to just go ahead and, you know, sell a kidney to be able to get the full size one. I just was so unimpressed with this. I found that it just never kind of set on my skin. It was super like tacky. It just sticky, it felt heavy, it didn't have any coverage to it. And I know that BB creams aren't meant to have like, you know, a lot of coverage, but this one had zero coverage. And if anything, it kind of just clung on to like texture on my skin and it just made my skin look awful. It made my skin feel awful. Just, I didn't like this. The Herborian BB cream. I would definitely recommend the Dr. Jar BB creams. Dr. Jar, I feel like, you know, I have an idea of him in his chemistry lab with his white sassy chemist coat on, just mixing stuff up, just creating fabulous BB creams. Just gonna stick with Dr. Jar from here forward. Okay, and the last product that I'm going to mention is one that I actually did a first impression of months ago. This is the Wonderlift, and it's meant to reduce your wrinkles. So the idea is that you kind of tap it over your fine lines, and then you're just meant to like stay still like a statue and not make any expressions for 2 minutes, which by the way is an extremely long time if, like me, you cannot not talk and you know, make expressions. You just can't. I found that even though this was effective, it actually had a really like bizarre but quite satisfying lifting effect. If you watch the video, you can kind of almost see. But the problem with this isn't that I'm saying that it doesn't work, because I do believe that It does, but it's the fact that I always forget to use it, and I never reach for it because there never seems to be the right time for me to actually put this on. By the time I've kind of got to, you know, doing my makeup in the morning, I've already skipped this step because you've got to put it on bare skin. That means, you know, pre-moisturizer, and I always like, you know, because I'm a busy mum and I work and, you know, I've got a lot going on. So in the morning I'm there, I'm doing my moisturizer as soon as I wake up, and then I'm doing my makeup. So this, it's like an extra step. It's a bit fussy. I don't got time for that, really. You know what? It would be absolutely sensational if there was a foundation that came out that had this in it, you know, and it could just lift your whole face, like it would tighten your whole face, like it would be like your whole being would just be tight and looking all like flawless and 18 again. I mean, that would be great. But anyway, so I like this because it worked, and I think if you're someone that doesn't wear makeup like on a day-to-day basis, this would actually be a good addition if you were struggling with fine lines and you were a bit conscious of them. There's absolutely no reason why you should be at all. It's just natural part of aging, I mean, really. But if you were conscious of them or you wanted to kind of minimize them, this would actually be a really good product to go for. It's a bit of a gimmick. It's just one of those ones that is a gimmick. It's good, it works, but you don't reach for it. I mean, really. So that brings us to the end of this disappointing products video. I hope that you found it useful. Again, I hope that I've not offended anybody, but I know my subscribers, they know the score. You're not going to be offended. I'm going to go now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back soon. Sweating my balls off all the way through this video because it's like 50 million degrees here. I'm sweating my balls off. I'm surprised my makeup is on my face right now. I mean, really.